A magical end to day 3 for Team India. Siraj was clinical to bluff Zach Crawley with the field for the final delivery of the day and managed to produce an unplayable Yorker to outsmart a batsman in form. Looks like India is ahead to square the series 2-all, but you never know with the English team. They can chase down any target with their fearless approach to batting. For me, day 4 would be game, set, and match of the high profile Tendulkar-Anderson series 2025. Hello and welcome. You are watching Across the Pitch. I am Arnab tuning in from Guwahati, and joining me across the pitch, our weekend panelist from Bangalore, Anshuman. Welcome, my friend.
Hello, Arnab. Hello, viewers.
All right. Earlier today, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Akashdeep set the tone for India in the second innings, with Jaiswal scoring his 600 of his career and Akashdeep with his invaluable innings of 66 became the second highest scorer for India as a night watchman. England were poor in their field, dropping multiple easy catches and were handicapped with a bowler short. India managed to score 396 runs in their second innings and put up another huge target of 374 in front of England. India were blessed to get the services of the two all-rounders Ravi Jadeja and Washington Sundar. Both managed a brilliant partnership, and Washington showed his class with the number 9 batting with him on the other end. England started the chase briskly but with lot of caution until the last ball of the day from Mohammad Siraj, who castled the stumps of Zach Crawley to keep India ahead in the game. England were 50 with the loss of one wicket, with another 324 runs to chase on day 4 at the Oval. All right, I will head straight to our discussion tonight. Angshu, let's start with the huge contribution from Akashdeep. Coming in as a night watchman, no one expected from him as a batter. He scored 66 valuable runs. Your thoughts on that?
Good evening, viewers. Absolutely carnage. This is something that we look forward for. Arnab, you are bang on that Akashdev's contribution. I think this was one of those truly unexpected but game-shaping moments. Akashdev came in simply to see the day off last night, but what he did was much more than just hang around. If you see his composure, a solid technique, and most importantly, the intent. The 66 runs that he added weren't scratchy at all. He looked absolutely in control. For a fast bowler, trust me, to walk in and play like that under those English conditions against a quality attack, keeping Woxie aside, it says a lot about his temperament. Team management believed in this night watchman tactic, and I think it has given the best out of him. It also released the pressure from the middle order. The middle order never had to see the day off in those swinging conditions, and it allowed India to stretch the lead. What was really out of the world was the next day, today, when he stretched the lead to an unassailable 66 runs. Come on, we never expect 66 from our last five, and here Akashdeep has played a single-handed knock of 66. It might not look a headline grabbing at first place, to be honest, but the context of this match, the knock, it could be the game changer.
Absolutely. In our yesterday's show, we were discussing about a night watchman going in to safeguard a batsman, but it turned out to be something out of the blue. And Akashdeep, we have to salute his temperament today, the way he negated the swing and he stayed there on the pitch. And there was one chance that was dropped, but again, a night watchman staying there for more than an hour with score of 66 is of course a mental disbelief for the opposition out there. So
Absolutely.
great innings, and I hope Akashdeep gets a lot of confidence in the future, not only as a night watchman but as a batsman lower down the order. So it is something for the Indian fans to cheer about.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, and coming to night watchman, I would like to ask you one question. Do you know the highest score by a night watchman across all the countries?
I would leave it to the expert to answer that for me.
It's actually Jason Gillespie who scored 201 against Bangladesh.
Ah, okay. It was a Dhaka test, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So 201 is the highest score by a night watchman back in the days when Gillespie was preferred as a night watchman for Australia.
Okay. Good to know information.
Yeah, all right. So let's move and talk about the game situation at the end of day three. Your thoughts and please sum up the day for us.
Day three, yeah, it was a classic pendulum day in Test cricket, I feel. The momentum swung both ways. By the sums, I think India had edged a slight above average. The morning belonged to India, obviously, thanks largely to Akashdeep's surprise knock, if I can say, and some gritty middle order contributions, right? They managed to build a lead that's now psychologically significant. uh, 396, if I'm not wrong. That those runs coming in from the middle order and Akashdeep obviously bears a lot of fruit at the result of this test. And England fought back with the ball. Let's not get that. Let's set the precedence there. They did fight a lot, picking up wickets at a regular interval and keeping India away from completely running away with it. Right? Had England been batting in that track, maybe a ball of 15 overs would have taken the game completely out of context. But I still, want to believe that by the end of the day, with the target around plus the early inroads that India made on the last ball, I still feel we have one hell of a match in our hands. That being said, the pitch is behaving really flattish, to be honest, and I am super scared of the baseball that might come into picture starting tomorrow. But I'm hoping that Brendan McCullum will put in some sense into his boys, and maybe it is all set up beautifully for day four, to be honest. I am so looking forward for this, day four of the test.
Yeah, it could be the finale tomorrow, and
Absolutely, yes.
mostly the finale. And just talk us about the lower order today with Shubman Gill going out cheaply. There was huge pressure on this batting lineup. Karun Nair was looking scratchy and he was not able to negate the swing and he was missing a lot of balls. But our all-rounders, Jadeja and Washington, oh my God, a partnership to remember for ages. And with Washington going berserk in the last few overs with the tailenders, it was something to watch out for all the Indian fans.
First of all, great resiliency shown by these boys. They have time and again proved how a lower middle order should be functioning. They were a package which should be remembered for ages. If you remember the Australian tour as well, there were so many sturdy innings played by the lower middle order. This is something that we will for sure remember for a long time. But I would still expect day four to be intense and obviously decisive. The pitch is wearing out, right? And Washi and Jaddu might come in picture. I'm not very sure of that. If I were a captain, I'm definitely going to try them for a couple of overs to see if the pitch gives them some reaction, But again, they will be in complete control. Looking at the baseball mindset, uh, England won't just block their deliveries. I'm sure they will look to counter attack, especially if had Stokesy been around. I'm sure things would have been different. But with Pope and his aggressive mindset, and I'm sure with the backing of McCullum, we could see quick runs or quick wickets. Maybe both. I'd say we have a great session in front of us. The first one specifically, more than the end of the day, I think the first session will be decisive if India stays disciplined with their line lengths, with Prasid and Akash maybe starting to dictate terms. Maybe things can get wrapped up before tea.
Yeah, yeah. But just the point of view from the overall Test cricket, just imagine last 10 runs required, 9 wickets down, and Chris Wokes comes out to bat with one hand and other hand on his sling.
That would be comedy of errors. I would not want to believe that Voxy is here. I'm keeping him already out of the equation. So we need 8 more wickets, and the prize position would be Root and Pope for sure. I'm sure Duckett is not there long to survive. Maybe he will end up with a couple of boundaries, but then he's a goner in the first session. I don't know why, but I think Proceed, the way he bowled, he might get a lot of benefits from the pitch.
Yeah, of course. I brought this instance because there in the past have been instances where players who are injured have come down
Yes, yes.
to
But no
save them.
one, not everyone can be Rishabh Pant, Arnab. Rishabh Pant is a character. That guy
Yeah,
has a fractured foot. He's still,
yeah, of course. I'll give you an example of
yeah.
Malcolm Marshall.
Okay.
Back in the early 80s, and he had a similar issue with his forearm, and he came into bat with one hand, and he grabbed 7 wickets in that match with his injured left hand. So, and again, in the recent years, Graham
Yeah,
Smith
yeah, yeah.
came in with his fractured forearm to bat
Yep.
it out, but he was not successful in doing that. But again, we might see some drama at the end of day 4 tomorrow.
I still don't honestly believe that Voxy is coming. Had it been a win, maybe had the score been a 2-2 already, and then you have a decider, maybe that was a different context altogether that we're talking. But if you require maybe 2 runs, maybe yes, he will.
Yeah,
But then let's be realistic. How passionate we are as fans, they aren't as players because it's their job. It's their day job.
yeah. But end of the day, they might be doing anything for the country to win or at least
To be honest, I don't think they'll survive
draw the
that
game.
long. I hope we can wrap up the tale as well ASAP.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
That would be added drama if something like this
Yeah.
happens. All right, I'll move to the next segment. Do you think like Washington Sundar would become a permanent member of this test team even in home conditions going into the future?
Hey, that's a great question, Arnab. Washi has quietly made a very strong case for himself. He brings that balance to the side. He's a genuine all-rounder who can hold his own character with both bat and ball. In overseas conditions, obviously, he offers something different. He's not your traditional big turning offie, but his accuracy, his ability to ball long spells and keep one end tight, and when the other spinner can rip out the maybe the batting order, that makes him an asset. Adding to that package of a batting class, he can change gears at the snap of a finger. Technically solid, capable of playing great impactful knocks. We've seen those in the last tests as well. And you are starting to unravel a package in the making. And he's really young. He's yet to explore the best of the best bowling that will hit him hard, right? Of course, competition was there had Ashwin been there, because he used to show that character. He used to, solidify the innings. But with Jaddu and Aksar around him, I'm sure he has a lot of learning in his kitty. And come on, we are thinking of the next generation here. This is a fairly inexperienced side. I'm sure there are a lot of new skins that we'll see in this game, and he deserves a little confidence from the management.
Yeah, and his direct fight would be with Akshar Patel going into Indian conditions
Correct.
because he's an established bowler and all-rounder, I would say, for Indian conditions. So with this batting display abroad, that too in England, this makes the chances of Washington making to the 11 quite a concrete one.
But I'm really impressed with him. I'm really happy. I'm sure he has given 1.4 billion Indians so much peace with that innings of his.
Yeah, of course. And with Washington Sundar, if we don't speak about Ravi Jadeja, that would be injustice. We have to give credit to him, especially with the bat. He has played like a specialist batsman in this tour, and with 500 plus runs, it's unbelievable the way he has batted. Your thoughts on Ravi Jadeja?
Yeah, so I think he's the third highest scorer at the moment. If I'm not wrong, it's Gill, Rahul, and Jaddu. So imagine an all-rounder giving you that kind of a performance when your specialist batsman is not giving. Although I know he's been underutilized on the bowling department. Obviously, the pitches are not conducive to that level of spin, or even if day four of the test, it is not allowing that to happen. It is going to be a big loss when he retires. I'm sure his days are being counted as we speak, but I hope he can, you know, he can still pull the string and stretch
Yeah,
the transition for long.
I believe he will be there till this WTC cycle,
Yes.
and definitely till the next ODI World Cup, because he's the fittest right now. If you see in the field,
Yes,
the
yes.
way he chases the ball and dives around the ground, it is something unbelievable. With no other player, even a young player right now into the team, is not able to match his class of fielding. So he's definitely the fittest. But again, with the bat doing all the talking for him now, I am very sure he's going to continue until the next WTC cycle.
Right. So
All
Arnab,
right.
one quick question to you. The sun is beating down hard. The day four and day five is going to be sunny. Do you expect spin to play a part?
Yeah, I believe spin will come into picture. Not in the first session, maybe after lunch. Definitely, it will be required at least just to give a breather for the fast bowlers. That is one point, and also with the sun beating down, the pitch
Mhm.
will be even browner, and hopefully one of them, either Washington or Jaddu, one of them can just take 1 or 2 wickets to put pressure and continue the attack for India.
What a great game in the making, right?
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah,
is going to be. I just hope I can sleep all right on
yeah,
Sunday night.
yeah. For all the cricket fans, especially the Test cricket fans, this is some kind of a finale we'll witness tomorrow, and hopefully with this kind of series, all the T20 fans and ODI cricket fans will come back to watch Test cricket.
Yes.
All right. So, do you think this target is good enough? We have already spoken about it. So, I am asking again because after setting a huge target at Leeds and we lost that game, do you think right now 374 is a good enough target for this test match?
A very tricky question, Arnab. If spin would have played a part, I would have more clarity in my mind, but let's call a spade a spade. Spin's not playing any part in the entire series. Day four is just like another day, and it's not like Indian conditions where the ball spins, right? If India can contain them in the first innings, I think we have a game in our hand. But otherwise, I'm still betting on England, playing their best ball way and going away with this victory.
If we try to get down to their lineup, Ollie Pope and Joe Root coming in next,
Yes,
they will be playing their classical way of cricket.
yes,
But after that, the three baseball experts, Harry Brook, James Smith, and after that, Atkinson, I believe.
yes.
Oh, I forgot Jacob Battle. So four of them, who are the examples of baseball style of cricket, would be our biggest threat tomorrow.
Right. And the new ball is far away. Let's remember that also. It's really far away. By that time, maybe it is already going to be a decisive moment in the game.
Yeah, so just imagine England are 4 wickets down, or maybe five wickets down, with another 100 to get in the
Yes.
last hour, and with all these three batsmen remaining or at the crease, they might go all out and finish the game. So all possibilities possible. We have to just pray and hope that our bowlers get into the match and get those early wickets tomorrow in the first session.
Morning Morkel has to do a lot of talking to these boys. I don't know if he's having that kind of an impact. Morkel needs to do a lot more with these boys, and I'm sure Bumrah is there in the backyard. I'm sure he'll put some sense to the brains of these bowlers.
Yeah, of course. And one positive is that Siraj finally got a wicket
Yes,
by the end of the day, because he is one bowler who requires encouragement and a lot of pep talk kind of a thing. So with this wicket, he will have a lot of confidence coming in tomorrow morning, and that was one snorter of a delivery. We'll have to say that.
beautiful, beautiful. He knows Crawley has the height. He cannot bend that low, and the pitch was still bouncing enough. Crawley never expected that. It's a great situation that we are in. I was kind of hoping 2 wickets would have maybe given us more confidence at the end of day three. But yeah, nevertheless, I am still not unhappy with how
Yeah,
the day four pans out to be.
absolutely. Okay, we'll move to the next segment, that is player of the day. Your pick for the player of the day.
There is no points for guessing that. Akashdeep with his 66 has to be the player of the day. I know Jaiswal got that 100 and with a good strike rate. He was still looking nervy at the onset, but Akashdeep's cover drives, oh my god, that reminded me of some greats in the game actually. Maybe those were purely out of nowhere. Maybe I'm not still not giving the benefit of doubt of a technically sound batsman, obviously, because he's a lower order batsman, obviously. But those were a pleasure to watch. So he is no doubt, undoubtedly, the player of the day for me. What about you?
Yeah, I will pick Washington Sundar. The way he finished the inning,
Yes, yes,
those runs, those four sixes he hit towards the end, maybe those become the turning point
yes,
of the match. So
correct.
he was under pressure with the number nine batting along with him. So those 24 runs from Washington Sundar made me choose him as the player of the day.
I was spoiled for choice on that one. I do
Yeah,
believe Washi had narrated the story to the England bowlers. I'm sure the English never expected him to come that hard. But
yeah,
that's a great intent. Let them show what's baseball is to in at
absolutely.
their own backyard, right?
Yeah, absolutely. My question was wrong today. It should not be player of the day. It should be players of the day.
Correct.
Because we had contribution from
Yeah, yeah,
many of them. Jaiswal at the top, then Akashdeep, then we cannot forget Jadeja,
yeah.
and after that Washington.
He
So
scored. Jaddu also scored at a brisk rate, 77 balls, 53 for that those conditions at that time.
and with Jaddu and Washington without giving any chances.
Yeah, exactly.
Akashdeep and Jaiswal had
Yeah,
lucky
yeah,
chances.
yeah, yeah.
These two were content,
Hmm.
and they were showing their aggression as well. So hats off to them.
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll move to the next segment, that is the moment of the day. Anshu, your pick for the moment of the day.
I think the moment of the day would be that over where Washi went on with those sixes. Each ball that went up, I was praying to the Almighty. I hope this does not land up in someone's hands. And it was 30 rows behind the rope line. That I would still say would be my moment of the day.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. So for me, I will go with that last wicket of
Yeah,
Zach Crawley, and uh, things would have been different if that was not there today. They were batting very nicely until then, and I really liked the pressure they put on just before that delivery to just shuffle the field. They gave a bluff of
mm.
as if Siraj will bowl a short
Bouncer,
ball,
yeah, short, yeah,
and he bowled it full, and it was a snorter of a Yorker. So
absolutely.
for me, that was the moment of the day. And also, just to play around with Zach Crawley with the previous test match, and the cameras were on Shubman Gill, and it was
Yeah,
a minute away from 7 o'clock for the close of play, and he just stopped Siraj on his run up before the second last ball.
yeah,
So that was kind of a banter back from Zach Crawley, and the cameras were on Shubman Gill. They were smiling, so it was a good thing to watch. But that, I guess, made him get out in the last ball.
Correct.
So he got overconfident of just ticking the clock over, and the clock actually ticked him over.
Arnab, karma is a B word. So very simply, these are all tactics that English or Aussies use against good oppositions. So yeah, let's give a bite of their own medicine.
Yeah, absolutely. Really love that
Yeah.
moment over there. All right. So the last segment of the day, will India win from here? Your death shot prediction.
Sticky ground, Arnab. I'll still go no. I'm saying no to an Indian win. I just want to see how it pans out because a lot of boxes are not being ticked at the moment. The pitch isn't misbehaving. The bowlers are not bowling great lines. So I'd still say no for a shot. And let's say it's a yes, a beer from me.
Of course, dead shot prediction at this moment is tough. So it will
Because
be
you
with
asked
if.
me for a dead shot prediction, I have given you an yes and no answer. Otherwise, I would have
Yeah,
been playing around.
yeah. I thought I'll put you like Siraj onto the back foot. So yeah, it's literally tough to say a dead shot prediction at this moment, because, as you said, the pitch is easing out, the weather, the clouds are moving away, so might be a good batting track tomorrow. But again, a lot of ifs and buts into play. We'll
Correct.
see, and all depends on the first session tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, and that's it for now. Day three turned out to be even more promising. Hope the Indian bowlers delivered a knockout punch tomorrow and close the series 2-all. I would thank our viewers for watching and hope you liked it. We will be back tomorrow, hopefully the last day of the series. Until then, keep watching across the pitch. And I would like to thank Anshu for joining me. I am Arnab, signing off. Bye bye.
Adios, people.